Hello and welcome to the Highmaul raid guide. My name is Aliena, and in this video, I'll show you all you need to know about the Twin Ogron encounter. Your raid is up against Pol and Themis, two brothers who share a single health pool. Because of this shared health pool, your raid should keep both tanks near each other whenever possible. This allows you to deal cleave and multi-dot damage to burn through them even faster. If that's not enough of a reason, they also gain a haste buff when they're spread apart. But as always, it's not so easy. This is a movement-heavy fight that centers around how much energy each of the brothers has at any given time. This is because each of the brothers has a devastating ability they'll use when they have 33, 66, and 100 energy. Let's look at each of these abilities in the order you'll first see them. However, I'll be using clips from where I felt I had the best camera angle, so we'll be jumping around the encounter a bit. Pol begins the fight with 0 energy, however his brother Themis begins the fight with 100 energy and will use his Quake and Blaze shortly after engaging. During Quake and Blaze, Themis throws his weapons to the ground, causing flames to continuously spread out in front of them. Separate of this, Themis will also deal rate-wide damage when he uses this ability. When Quake and Blaze hits, your tank should move the bosses behind one of the weapons so your raid only has to dodge one set of flames. Players caught in fire should immediately move as the damage effect stacks quickly. Shortly after this, you will deal with Pol's shield charge. Pol will charge towards a distant raid member, dealing heavy bleed damage to anyone in his path. The Pol tank should move him to the edge of the arena before he reaches 33 energy. At the same time, send a few raid members to the opposite edge of the arena and have everyone else stay out of the path between them. This sets up a clear and predictable path for his charge. Next up is Themis' Whirlwind. This is exactly what it sounds like, and your tank should pull Themis away from the raid before this begins. This will be followed by Pol's Interrupting Shout, which is also what it sounds like. Your entire raid will take moderate damage and anyone currently casting will be interrupted, so your raid leader should call out a warning in advance. Themis' Enfeebling Roar comes next. This deals massive damage in an area around Themis, but it's split across all players in range. Your raid should stack up on Themis for this. Finally, Pol will use Pulverize, shattering the ceiling in 3 distinct waves. To dodge this, have your raid spread out slightly and move out of the round swirls. This is the initial order of the abilities, but there's an important twist to be aware of. Themis and Pol gain energy at different rates, so these abilities will not be cleanly dispersed as the fight continues. Your raid needs to handle the specific abilities rather than a regular rhythm. Tanks should focus on learning the rhythm of the abilities, particularly when each of them need to be moved. After Quake and Blaze, get both bosses behind one of the weapons. When tanking Pol, move him away shortly before he reaches 33 energy to prevent him from charging through the raid. When tanking Themis, move the boss away for the Whirlwind and use a defensive cooldown to mitigate damage. Damage dealers should cleave and multi-dot to maximize efficiency when striking both targets. Melee damage dealers should be particularly mindful of Whirlwind and Pulverize. Casters should be especially mindful to stop casting before interrupting Shout to avoid spell lockout. When you're either on fire or bleeding from a charge, use personal cooldowns to reduce stress on the healers. Healers should watch out for moderately high tank damage, particularly for Themis' Double Slash, which can spike a tank's health. This is regularly used throughout the encounter. Blaze and Quake is the highest rate damage ability, and raid healing cooldown should be reserved and assigned for these. Also, if enough people don't stack up for Enfeebling Roar to split the damage, be prepared to use extra healing and mitigation cooldowns to help out. Finally, make sure to stop casting before interrupting Shout to avoid the spell lockout. This covers about all you need to know for the Twin Ogron encounter. I hope you enjoyed this guide. As always, good luck and have fun.